Hello and welcome. Today, we'll be diving into the fascinating world of EU expansion. We'll explore what it means, the benefits and challenges it brings, and we'll take a closer look at some specific countries that are knocking on Europe's door. So, buckle up, and let's embark on this European adventure. First, let's understand what EU expansion means. EU expansion is more than just adding more stars to the EU flag. It's a complex process with significant implications for both existing member states and the newbies joining the club. One of the main benefits of EU expansion is economic growth. When countries join the EU, they gain access to the largest single market in the world, which can boost trade, investment, and overall economic development. The EU's single market allows for the free movement of goods, services, capital, and people, which can lead to increased competitiveness and innovation. However, EU expansion also comes with its fair share of challenges. For starters, the accession process is a long and complex one, with candidate countries needing to meet specific criteria known as the Copenhagen criteria. This includes having a stable and functioning democratic system, a functioning market economy, and the ability to adopt and implement the EU's extensive body of laws and regulations, known as the acquis communautaire. The prospects of EU expansion. The EU has seen significant growth over the years, with the most recent addition being Croatia in 2013. EU expansion can lead to increased economic growth and political stability for its members. However, it's not all smooth sailing. New members need to meet certain criteria, and the expansion can strain existing member states. But enough with the general stuff, let's get to our case studies. Now, let's zoom in on Albania, a small but enchanting country on the southeastern coast of Europe, rich in history, culture, and natural beauty. Nestled between the Adriatic and Ionian Seas, Albania has been working diligently towards EU membership, and it's certainly a journey worth exploring in greater detail. Albania's quest for EU membership dates back to 2009 when it first applied to join the Union. In 2014, the country was granted EU candidate status, and since then, Albania has been working tirelessly to fulfill the necessary requirements and reforms for accession. One of Albania's major steps towards EU membership has been the implementation of comprehensive judicial reforms. The country has been overhauling its justice system, aiming to improve efficiency and tackle corruption within its judiciary. This reform process has led to the establishment of new institutions, such as the Special Anti-Corruption and Organized Crime Structure, SPAC, and the National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, which are crucial in fighting corruption and organized crime. Albania has also been working to improve its public administration and promote transparency. The country has implemented several strategies and action plans to enhance the efficiency, accountability, and professionalism of its public institutions. These efforts are aimed at building trust between the Albanian people and their government, as well as demonstrating to the EU that Albania is ready for membership. In terms of the economy, Albania has seen steady growth in recent years, thanks in part to its burgeoning tourism industry. The country's stunning landscapes, ancient ruins, and picturesque beaches are attracting more and more visitors each year. EU membership could further boost Albania's tourism sector, as well as attract foreign investment and spur economic growth. However, challenges still lie ahead for Albania on its path to EU membership. Unemployment remains high, particularly among young people, and addressing this issue will be essential for ensuring long-term economic stability. Additionally, Albania must continue to address issues related to corruption, human trafficking, and drug production, which have long plagued the country. Another hurdle for Albania is its ongoing political polarization. The country's two main political parties have been engaged in a bitter rivalry for years, which has led to political deadlock and hindered the reform process. Albania must find a way to overcome this polarization and work towards a more constructive political environment in order to advance its EU aspirations. Now, let's venture to Montenegro, a small, picturesque country nestled in the Balkans with a stunning Adriatic coastline and rugged mountains. Montenegro has been diligently working towards EU membership, and its journey is both fascinating and complex. Montenegro began its EU accession process in 2008 when it submitted its application to join the Union. In 2010, it was granted EU candidate status, and the accession negotiations officially started in 2012. Since then, Montenegro has been focused on aligning its laws and regulations with EU standards and implementing necessary reforms to strengthen its institutions and economy. One of the key areas Montenegro has been working on is the rule of law. The country has undertaken judicial reforms to improve the efficiency, independence, and accountability of its judiciary. These reforms are aimed at enhancing the overall functioning of Montenegro's legal system and combating corruption and organized crime, which are critical issues for EU membership. Montenegro has also made progress in the area of public administration reform. The country has been working to increase transparency, professionalism, and meritocracy in its public institutions, with the goal of creating a more efficient and accountable administration that better serves its citizens. This is an important aspect of the EU accession process, as a well-functioning public administration is essential for the successful implementation of EU policies and regulations. Economically, Montenegro has shown steady growth over the past few years, driven in part by its thriving tourism industry. The country's breathtaking landscapes, historic towns, and beautiful beaches have made it an increasingly popular destination for travelers. EU membership could further boost Montenegro's tourism sector by attracting more visitors and investments, which would contribute to the country's economic growth and job creation. However, Montenegro's journey toward EU membership is not without challenges. The country faces issues such as high public debt, which has been a major concern for both the government and international financial institutions. Montenegro must continue to implement fiscal reforms and improve its public finance management to ensure long-term economic stability. Another challenge for Montenegro is its ongoing fight against corruption and organized crime. While the country has made progress in this area, more needs to be done to tackle these issues effectively. Strengthening the independence and capacity of law enforcement agencies, as well as improving cooperation with neighboring countries and EU partners, will be crucial in addressing these problems. Finally, Montenegro must also address environmental concerns, particularly in the areas of waste management and nature protection. The country needs to invest in infrastructure and implement policies to ensure sustainable development and environmental protection, which are essential elements of the EU acquis. Let's now turn our attention to North Macedonia, a landlocked Balkan country with a rich cultural heritage, breathtaking natural landscapes, and a strong desire to join the European family. North Macedonia's path towards EU membership has been filled with ups and downs, and it's worth taking a closer look at this fascinating journey. North Macedonia applied for EU membership back in 2004, but its accession process was stalled for many years due to a long-standing name dispute with Greece. This issue was finally resolved in 2018 with the Prespa Agreement, which saw the country change its name from the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia to North Macedonia. With this obstacle out of the way, the EU accession talks officially began in 2020, marking a new chapter in the country's European aspirations. One of the key areas of focus for North Macedonia has been the implementation of wide-ranging reforms, particularly in the areas of the rule of law and public administration. The country has made strides in strengthening its judiciary, fighting corruption, and enhancing the transparency and efficiency of its public institutions. These efforts are crucial for demonstrating North Macedonia's readiness for EU membership and ensuring the successful adoption of EU laws and regulations. North Macedonia has also been working to improve its economy, which has experienced steady growth over the past few years. The country has made efforts to diversify its economy, attract foreign investment, and create a more business-friendly environment. EU membership could further boost North Macedonia's economic prospects by providing access to the EU's vast single market and facilitating the flow of capital and investment. Additionally, North Macedonia's accession to the EU would have important geopolitical implications, as it would help solidify the country's position within the Euro-Atlantic community and enhance regional stability in the Balkans. The prospect of EU membership has been a driving force behind North Macedonia's efforts to build good neighborly relations and resolve outstanding issues with its neighbors, which is essential for promoting peace and stability in the region. However, North Macedonia still faces several challenges on its path to EU membership. The country needs to continue its efforts to combat corruption, organized crime, and high unemployment, particularly among young people. Strengthening the independence and capacity of its law enforcement agencies and judiciary, as well as implementing targeted policies to boost job creation, will be crucial for addressing these issues. Now, let's delve into Serbia, a country with a rich history, diverse culture, and an important role in the Western Balkans. Serbia has been striving for EU membership, and the road to accession has been filled with both triumphs and obstacles. Let's take a closer look at Serbia's ongoing journey towards the European Union. Serbia officially submitted its EU membership application in 2009, and in 2012, it was granted EU candidate status. The accession negotiations began in 2014, and since then, Serbia has been working on aligning its laws and regulations with EU standards, as well as implementing crucial reforms across various sectors. One of the main areas of focus for Serbia has been strengthening the rule of law. The country has undertaken judicial reforms aimed at improving the efficiency, independence, and accountability of its judiciary. These efforts are crucial in addressing corruption and organized crime, which are key concerns for EU membership. Serbia has also been working on improving its public administration, with the aim of creating a more transparent, efficient, and merit-based system. This is essential for building trust between Serbian citizens and their government, as well as ensuring the successful implementation of EU policies and regulations. On the economic front, Serbia has experienced steady growth in recent years, driven by a growing industrial sector and a surge in foreign investments. EU membership could further boost Serbia's economy by granting it access to the EU's vast single market, which would facilitate trade and investment and contribute to job creation. Another critical aspect of Serbia's EU accession process is regional cooperation and the normalization of relations with its neighbors, particularly Kosovo. The EU-facilitated dialogue between Serbia and Kosovo has led to several agreements aimed at resolving outstanding issues and improving the lives of citizens in both territories. This process is vital for promoting regional stability and fostering good neighborly relations in the Western Balkans. However, Serbia's path to EU membership is not without challenges. The country must continue to tackle corruption and organized crime, as well as address issues related to media freedom and the protection of fundamental rights. Strengthening the independence and capacity of its law enforcement agencies and judiciary, as well as fostering a more open and pluralistic media environment, will be key for meeting EU requirements. Now, let's turn our attention to Turkey, a country that straddles two continents and boasts a rich history, diverse culture, and a dynamic economy. Turkey's journey toward EU membership has been a long and complex one, marked by periods of progress and stagnation. Let's explore Turkey's relationship with the EU and what the future might hold for this fascinating country. Turkey's association with the European Community dates back to 1963, when it signed the Ankara Agreement, establishing a customs union with the European Economic Community, the EU's predecessor. Turkey officially applied for EU membership in 1987 and was granted candidate status in 1999. However, its accession negotiations, which began in 2005, have been slow-moving and fraught with challenges. Turkey has made progress in various areas, such as aligning its laws and regulations with EU standards, and has also benefited from its customs union with the EU, which has facilitated trade and economic cooperation. The country's dynamic economy, strategic location, and young population could potentially bring significant benefits to the EU if Turkey were to become a member. However, Turkey's accession process has been hindered by a range of political, economic, and human rights-related concerns. One of the key challenges is the need for Turkey to strengthen the rule of law, combat corruption, and ensure the independence and impartiality of its judiciary. These issues have become more pressing in recent years, particularly following the 2016 coup attempt and the subsequent crackdown on opposition groups, civil society, and the media. Turkey's human rights record also remains a significant concern for the EU. The country has faced criticism over issues such as freedom of expression, the treatment of minority groups, and the protection of fundamental rights. Addressing these concerns and fostering a more open, inclusive society will be crucial for Turkey's EU accession prospects. Another major challenge for Turkey's EU membership is the unresolved Cyprus issue. Turkey's continued military presence in northern Cyprus and its non-recognition of the Republic of Cyprus, an EU member state, have complicated its relationship with the EU. A comprehensive solution to the Cyprus problem is essential for Turkey to move forward on its European path. Furthermore, Turkey's regional policies, particularly in relation to its neighbors in the Middle East, have at times created tensions with the EU. Establishing a more cooperative and constructive approach to regional issues will be important for fostering trust and collaboration between Turkey and the EU. So there you have it, folks, an in-depth look at the EU expansion prospects and concerns for Albania, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Serbia, and Turkey. Each of these countries has its own unique challenges and opportunities on the path towards EU membership. Throughout our discussion, we've seen that EU membership has the potential to bring significant benefits to these countries, such as increased economic growth, political stability, and regional cooperation. However, we've also noted that EU accession is a complex process that requires candidate countries to undertake a wide range of reforms and address various challenges, ranging from strengthening the rule of law and public administration to ensuring the protection of human rights and the environment. The journey towards EU membership is a demanding one, but it offers these countries the opportunity to embark on a transformative process that can improve the lives of their citizens and enhance their role within the European family. As these nations continue to pursue their European aspirations, we'll be eagerly following their progress and rooting for their success. Thank you for joining us on this captivating exploration of the EU expansion prospects and concerns. We hope you found this discussion informative, engaging, and thought-provoking. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content, and as always, keep learning and stay curious.